All right, guys, what's going on? I don't think I've talked to you guys since the Cowboys got their asses whooped by a bunch of goddamn nerds. Nerds! Well, if I was you, I'd totally redeem myself. Remember that from Revenge of the Nerds? When the guy flips out on the football team? John Goodman, when he was like young, he flips out on the football team because the nerds like made him look like fools. You just got your asses whooped by a bunch of goddamn nerds. Anyway, Cowboys got their asses whooped by freaking Denver. And, Dallas went 13-3 last year, so you're thinking, you got high hopes. If you're a Cowboys fan, you got high hopes. You're like, wow, man, maybe they can hang with some of the big boys. I'll tell you. And I don't think really Dallas looked that bad. I just think Denver looked good, man. That's a tough team. That's when you're like, yo, man, we ain't even in the same league as those boys. Like, you look at like them and New England and Kansas City and the Raiders. Like, I don't even think we're in the same league. That whole division's tough. Jeez. Atlanta. But, it's early, so I'm kind of glad they went in, got their asses whooped. And we ain't got no defense, man. We ain't got no freaking secondary. Anyway. I wanted to talk to you guys about... Oh, I got my first inspection today. I got pulled over. It wasn't a weigh station. Like, I turned around a corner and there was this like cop there. He like pulled me over, and he did an inspection. Now it took 45 minutes, which I'm like on a time schedule. And I was even thinking, I'm like, because I got out of my first drop quick, and I'm like, oh man, I might get home tonight. And because I have a double load, I have a long day today. I have a double drop, but I was like, yeah, I might get home, man, if I get over there and get that done. And then that happened. So I actually called. I let them know. I said, hey, I got an inspection. And I was like, nothing. I got no violation. They're like, oh, that's great. And I'm like, yeah. I'm like, do I get paid for that? Because it was 45 minutes. A ticket, they even give you a ticket, 9 a.m. to 9:45. So it took me 45 minutes. And I hope I get paid. I don't want to hear that's trucking, I don't own a trucking company. Schneider does. That's their deal. Anyway, so we'll see about that. I'll probably get paid for it. What I wanted to talk to you guys about was, especially the new guys, old timers. If you're new, you're probably going over stuff. You're like probably doing the pros and cons. Like, yeah, I might like this aspect of it, but I might not like that aspect of it. And this worries me and that don't worry me. But something that worried me was not knowing where I was going, okay? And that worried me before I got into trucking. I was like, man, because I know the kind of, like, even before I got into truck, like, I like to know where I'm going and the route and all that. And I'll be honest with you, you guys might be fine with, because I was still, like, using MapQuest at my house. I would do the directions, get it, and I would print it out. I wouldn't use my GPS on my phone. And so it took me a while when I got here to get used to the GPS. And but that worried me. I was like, yo, man, I don't like not know where I'm going. And I also don't like to be talked to like I'm stupid. And I knew that was going to happen. When you go into a place that you've never been before, and there's people working there that have been working there 5 years. So I do it too. Sometimes when you're working somewhere for 5 years, you expect everybody to know it. And like they were born with the knowledge to know where the hell they are. And I was worried about, and it happened, people talking to you like you're stupid, like, yo, I told you to go over there, and I'm like, and when you're new, you're more laid back, because you don't want to screw up. When you're new, you're like, I just don't want to screw up. I don't want to screw up. So when somebody's like, acts like you're stupid, you think you're stupid. You're like, oh man, I should have known, I guess. You know what I mean? So that worried me when I first started. Now, So this is the kind of subject I wanted to talk about was it gets so much easier. It gets so much easier, but there are tricks that you'll learn. Now, I don't know if I want to sit here and say you want to get a trucker's GPS. That's going to be a decision that you're gonna want to do. I know they're expensive. I'll tell you what Schneider has, and I'll tell you the pros and the cons to it. Schneider has a GPS, okay, on their truck, on the Qualcomm, okay? So you can use that, and whenever you punch it in, there's a way, if you punch in, they're going to take you a truck route. They're not going to take you a regular, they're not going to take you a regular car route. They're going to, now they say in school, you need to double check it and go over that. I guess maybe you want to do that. Usually if the Qualcomm tells me it's okay, I usually trust it and it's okay. And you'll see the signs on the road. If they take you down somewhere, mostly there's signs. You'll see. That's another thing, you'll get really good at like seeing all the signs. Especially when you're in an unfamiliar place. Like you're cruising down the highway, the interstate, you're all right. But you'll get used to, like, if it's a tight road, you're looking for signs. But here's and I'll tell you how I do it and what I do. Here's the disadvantage of this Qualcomm and Schneider's thing, and I would imagine other companies are like that. I don't know if you can see that. That might, All right, let's say, I don't know how to do this. I wanted to do it here. Can you see that if I write like this? Oh man, that camera stinks. You can kind of see that. I wanted to kind of write what they do. All right, so let's say you can see this. Let's say you have to go from here. Okay, I'm gonna do this really crappy because I'm like done. To here, okay? And we'll say that's 200 miles from there to there. Okay, and you put in your Qualcomm, you put the address in. Okay, from here to here, it's 200 miles. Now we'll say this is a road. This is an interstate where you can drive. Well, I'm governed at 65. We'll say it's an interstate where you can cruise. There's no traffic lights and all that, but it's a toll road, okay? What is Schneider gonna do? Let's see if I can do this. What is Schneider let's say you're here, we'll say we're here, but you can jet off here and the road goes like this, and it's all back roads, and it's lights, and it's curves, and it's mountains, and it's crap, and it gets you to here, all right? And this one might even be longer or shorter, depending on it. Schneider's going to take you that way, all right, because they don't want to pay the toll, all right? And they don't care. Let's say this way, we'll say it was 200 miles. Well, we'll say this way is going to take you 3.5 hours. This way is going to take you 4.5. They could care less, okay? They don't care if it's going to take you an extra hour of your valuable time, because your time's valuable to your family, to everything else. They're not worried about that. They're going to take you this way instead of this way. And if I was a business, I would do the same thing. All right. Well, let's be honest. I would do the same thing, because this toll is going to be expensive. Now, Schneider allows you to go this way. Okay. I have an easy pass, and I'm more than welcome to go that way. All right. I can go that way, but they're not going to tell you about it. Okay. They're on your Qualcomm, it's going to take you this way. So that's the stuff that you have to start learning about. Now, what I do is, because when you're new, you don't know. Like, if you don't have a Qualcomm, or if you don't have a GPS, what I actually do is I'll punch it up on my phone, and I'll see. The phone's almost better, man, because they show you that, and I'm sure the trucker GPSs that you can buy are going to be better too. They probably do all this, but I just don't have $400 I don't know what to do with right now, because I'm kind of getting by with what I got, and it's working for me. So what I do is I punch it up on my phone, and the phone will show the map. And now I'm starting to learn my area, and I know what they call the lanes that I like to drive. I'm like, all right, and my phone will take me in that area. Now, the phone might take me on a back road that I don't know, like, because my phone doesn't do a trucker's thing. So it might take me on a road, but usually my phone will take me on the expressway for tolls. You know what I mean? It'll take me the fastest way there. It might even be more miles, but it's going to take me the faster. And I want to get there the fastest way. I don't care if it's extra miles. I saw one guy, he was like showing us how to do it, and he was saying, you know, I always take the shorter miles. Why? Why would you take the shorter miles if it's going to take you 4.5 hours? I'd rather take a longer mileage. It's going to take me 4 hours on the interstate. But hey, that's him. I always want to take the shortest and the easiest route. Them back roads that I was showing you, man, sometimes with an 18-wheel, it ain't fun, man. Especially if you're real heavy. It's taking you around curves and corner and all that. You know, like I said, I understand they want to save money. And like I said, you're allowed to take the tolls. So keep that in mind. Another big friend that you're going to be, getting back to what I was saying about if you're OTR or regional, even when you're OTR, the guy who trained me said this, you're going to start to get regular places that you've been before, okay? So it's going to suck in the beginning when you don't know where to go, because you're like, oh shit, I don't know where to go. Where am I? You don't want to mess up, you know. The distributions are pretty good at showing signs where to go, but sometimes they're not, you know. And I'll tell you, the more confident you get, you're not going to take any shit. Okay, after you've been here for a while and somebody yells at you, you're going to yell back. You're not going to be like, in the beginning, you're like, oh my God, did I mess up? Like if they're saying something. But after a while, you know, you'll be like, hey, F you, man. There was no sign there. What? Was I supposed to just know where it is? Well, they told you to go around the bend. Yeah, he said, go ahead, go up around the bend, just park up. Like, they'll tell you real quick because they're not thinking, oh shit, you've never been here before. I mean, some people are cool. But you'll get to know your places, even if you're OTR. That's what my trainer told me. He's like, you know, you're going to do 13 states. He's like, but the companies, they kind of pull for the same places, and you'll kind of do this. I mean, you'll be going different places. Another best friend you can have, I think I'm starting to run that. Yeah, I'm almost at 13 minutes, is Google Earth. Google Earth will look down, and you'll start to see where you can pull in and where you'll be able to maneuver your truck. And that's another thing. The more you use it, the better you'll get at it. You know, the more you can look at it, a Google Earth from way above and be like, oh yeah, I can swing my trailer there. I can do my trailer there. So, like I said, if you're new, one of the things I used to worry about was, you know, what if I get lost? What if I make a wrong turn? What if it was a big concern. You know, I could say, like, now my GPS, I'm better at it. Like, I know what's coming up and what's going on and what it's doing. And you know, you guys might have been using it, but if that's one of your concerns, again, it gets better, man. You know, if you're on the fence and that's one of your worries, you know, like I said, use that, the Google Earth. You'll get to start to know places. You'll start to know your trailer better and all that good stuff. I'm running late. I'm like at 14 minutes. I don't like keeping you guys too long. You know, I know I watch videos that long. I'm like, yo, shut up, man. Anyway, so good luck out there, guys, and hope everything's good. And go Cowboys. Cardinals this weekend, Monday night. Try and figure out how to watch that. I'm sure I will. Cardinals scare me though. They haven't won yet, you know, and they're not that bad of a team, you know. And, you know, I hope they don't win. Yeah. Anyway, I'll talk to you guys later.